Hi everybody, so this is Vishal from Vishal Ayurveda, and he'll be joining us in my kitchen today to show us how to make an authentic Ayurvedic Kichadi. So take it away, Vishal. What do we have?
Thank you, Videhi. Okay, I'm going to share with you the baseline ingredients that we're using for our Kichadi. I'll start with the macro ingredients first, right? So we need half a cup of mung dal.
Yeah.
So this is split mung dal. And half a cup of rice. Okay?
Alright.
These go together, and I'll show you what to do with these in a minute. Okay? If you want, and this is optional, you can use about a handful of chopped vegetables. Okay? Because we're making an Ayurvedic Kichadi, one of the emphasis and the focus is on digestion. Okay? So we need to make sure that this meal is easily digestible.
Okay.
Usually we prepare Kichadi when our clients are going for a detox, either on their own or when they come into our center for a detailed detox.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that all the energy that they have available is not going towards digestion, it's going towards healing.
Alright.
So there's a principle, it says the body cannot digest food and heal at the same time. So the Kichadi is designed to be as easily digestible as possible, and to give as much energy and prana as possible, so that the work of healing can take place.
Fantastic.
Okay? Yeah.
Shall we get to the spices?
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Right.
Thank you. So here we've prepared some spices, okay? I'll take you through the spices, okay?
Yeah.
So we have about a teaspoon of jeera or cumin,
Yeah.
about a teaspoon of Himalayan salt.
Okay. So we have to use Himalayan salt, or can we use white salt?
Yes, preferably. When you're on a detox, you want to avoid as much processing as possible. So you find generally white sauce has been iodized. Okay? So they put iodine into the salt, which affects the natural composition of your salt. If you look at Himalayan salt, it has all the natural trace elements in it already that's really beneficial for the body. And because, you know, as human beings, we're about Homo sapien, we're about 2.5 million years old. We are used to this. We know what these salts are: Himalayan salt, rock salt, sea salt. So you want to keep it as basic. If you're not using Himalayan salt, for sure, you can use rock salt or you can use sea salt. Okay. And then you have some coriander or dhania for garnishing, but there's also some medicinal benefit to this which we can share. Then this is some for fennel, about a teaspoon. About a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a teaspoon of coriander powder, and this is jeera powder. A teaspoon of jeera powder, and a teaspoon of coriander powder, and then we have about an inch of ginger.
I see you're using fresh ginger. Yes.
If you don't have fresh ginger, there's also your dry ginger powder. There's just different qualities in Ayurveda of fresh ginger and dry ginger. So for this purpose here, we're using fresh ginger, some curry leaves, these are optional, and some peppercorns.
Black pepper, I see you have black pepper.
Black pepper, yeah.
Okay. And I've noticed black pepper for me is a new one, and I think what is the benefits of having black pepper in your Kichadi?
Okay, so that's a good question. So in Ayurveda, pepper has a metabolic effect, okay? So it increases your metabolism and bioavailability of some of these spices. So for example, if pepper is combined with turmeric, and turmeric is also fat soluble, okay? So it needs a good fat as a transport layer. So if you have some fat, some turmeric and pepper, this increases the bioavailability of the turmeric by about 200%.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so there's some chemicals in the pepper that allows for the turmeric to become bioavailable to the body.
Fantastic, fantastic. So let's get cooking.
Okay, great. Let's start.
Nice.
So with that, we're going to rinse the rice and the dal together 3 times. Okay. Generally, I'll just put it with some water, and then I'll give it a bit of a rinse with my hands. Okay. It's nice. It's a very cathartic experience. I really enjoy this part of it. And you'll see some of the starches will start to release. It starts to get white in color. You get a nice exfoliation for your hands at the same time.
You know, yes, multiple benefits.
And look, this is also very good for the skin. So it's so in places like India, and that rice water is used, to prepare the hair and for the to wash the body.
For anti-aging.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it has
So you
anti-aging
know what?
properties.
So we need to get all the ladies back into the kitchen washing the rice.
Well, the men as well.
Okay. Okay,
If
I'm gonna say
I,
that again.
If I had no, that's fine. If I had hair, I would definitely be. I could use it for my beard if I wanted to.
Okay, so definitely not all the ladies, everybody should be washing their rice. And yeah, like you said, you can save tons of money on hand cream.
For sure. So this is the second time now that we're rinsing the rice. Okay, and you'll see that it's getting less and less starchy. So it's your rice and your mung dal, and you can very skillfully just pour it out without letting too much of the rice and flour. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the third time.
Okay.
It's a lot more clearer now. Okay.
Nice.
If you want to prepare your khichdi in advance, it's always nice to let it soak. So if you're not using a pressure cooker, if you're just using your normal pot, then you can let this soak for about 2 to 3 hours in the water, like this here. Okay. So then the rice.
After you wash it or before you wash it?
After you've washed it.
Okay.
So after you've washed it like this, you can let it soak for about 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
The rice and the mung dal absorbs all the water, and it becomes more malleable and easier to cook if you're cooking on an open stove or without a pressure cooker.
Okay.
Then it just makes your cooking time much faster.
All right.
Okay, so
Fantastic.
so now we've done that. It's ready for the stove, and I'll show you how we'll add some of those spices in here, and we'll keep the rest for the braise or the vagar or takka.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I've got some boiling water in a kettle that's waiting for this rice, just to speed up the time a little. So I'm going to drop off most of this cool water from here.
Yeah.
I'm going to pour some boiling water in here, and then we're going to start the cooking process with the rice and the mung dal.
Fantastic. Okay. So what are we going to do now?
Okay, Vidya, so now we are ready to start cooking this rice and dal mix. I'm going to pour in some boiling water, some hot water, just to get the cooking process speeded up a bit.
Okay, let me just put this on for you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Okay, so about 7 to 8 cups of boiling water. I don't really measure. In the recipe that I've given to the participants on our detox program, I've given them some measurements, but more or less you'll start to wing it out as you get a feel for it. Okay.
All right.
So about 7 cups of water to this gruel. Let's put a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, you want a gruel. It needs to be porridgey in texture.
Yeah.
Again, this helps for your digestion. I didn't mention, but if you look at the khichdi, which the main ingredients are your mung dal and your rice, you'll find that it's a complete protein. So all the amino acids are in both, together collectively, in the rice and the mung dal. You've got all your full amino acid profile that makes this a complete protein.
Okay.
So people say, oh, where am I going to get my protein from? And blah, blah. This is it.
There is sufficient amount of proteins in your lentils and your beans, and you are not going to be protein deficient people.
Protein deficient.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in all of the turmeric. So there's about a teaspoon of turmeric in here. Okay. So that's there. So this is going to really add to the medicinal quality in your meal. Okay. I'm going to add half of the cumin or the jeera.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I'm making a tea Vidya, because all of the rich the medicinal qualities that's inside here is going to be extracted into the water. Okay.
Yeah.
Salt we're going to put last. I'm going to put in most of the somph or the fennel. Okay. These need to cook quite nice. I'll keep a little bit for the vagar or for the takka. Okay. I'm going to put in your cumin powder.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna put
This
in
is quite interesting because normally I would think that we would use all these spices when we are braising at the end or maybe even at the start. This is actually the first time that I'm seeing khichdi cooked in this way, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's always great learning new things.
Yeah, so again, the purpose is you want to get as much medicinal value as possible. So for some of the spices like your powders, your coriander powder, your jeera powder, there's a high chance that it will burn when you are making your vagar or your or tatka, your braise, whatever you call it. And I'll get to what that is now. So the idea is you want to make this as medicinal as possible. The best way to do it is to boil it like a tea. So basically we're making a tea here, very good quality Ayurvedic tea.
Fantastic.
And when water boils down, you're going to get your gruel. So I'm adding
it's smelling amazing already. Hey?
Yeah. So I'm adding in some pepper. I usually wing it.
Yeah.
Now pepper is it has a quality of improving your metabolism, right?
Yes.
It increases Agni as per Ayurveda, okay? So in moderation. But pepper is very, very good to allow for your spices or your medicines. This is medicine, so it's good to allow for those medicines to get absorbed into your system.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right. So what are the other health benefits of the spices that we have in your tray?
Okay.
Let's start with the ginger. I see you have some ginger. When does the ginger go in?
Yeah, that's a good question. In fact, we should be grating the ginger in now.
All right.
Okay. So we'll get a grater and we'll put that in. So it's a good point. The skin of your ginger, it does have some phytates in it which prevent you from absorbing food in its entirety. Okay.
Yes.
So people will say, okay, it's poisonous. So generally, if you want to do is you can just start peeling it out with a spoon, like so. Okay. And that's just gonna help. So it's always best to just take the skin off your ginger. If you're hard pressed and you don't have time, you may get away with it every now and then. But in general, we take the skin off. It has phytates that prevent full absorption of the ginger. So,
all right, so best to peel it.
Best to peel it, yeah.
Okay,
so I'm just gonna grate this in. I don't like the taste of ginger pieces in my mouth. I like to get the flavor of the ginger, but not the texture of it.
Yeah.
So then I will finally grate it like this, so that you're getting the ginger being this way. Ginger is excellent. It also helps to increase your metabolism. It helps to improve your digestion. Okay. Yeah. And also it's a good bronchodilator. Okay, so it helps you with breathing, any respiratory conditions.
Oh, fantastic.
And that. So ginger is all around one of those really good. It's also inflammatory in nature. So it's really something that you want to keep in your arsenal in cooking. And you asked a question about the medicinal value of these spices. It's so interesting because if you look at our ancestors, they saw all of these spices as medicine. It was Hippocrates who said, let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. Yes. And that was about, I think, 300 BCE. But long before Hippocrates could set foot on the scene, there was Ayurveda and your Ayurvedic physicians, and they understood the medicinal nature of all of these spices. They documented it quite thoroughly.
So that was long before Hippocrates came to the scene, right?
Yeah, that was long before.
Yeah, all right.
So it's so interesting. So
how old is Ayurveda? Just
Ayurveda,
on that note.
Ayurveda as a science, it's between 6,000 to 10,000 years old.
Wow.
And that's in its oral and written tradition. It could be older than that.
Yes.
There's chances that before the continents could become separate, we all had a common body of knowledge in all the cultures. That's why you'll find remnants of Ayurvedic practice in Siberia, in the Native Americans, in African traditions.
Yes.
So that's it's a binding factor for all of us in ancient traditions.
So that being said, Ayurveda is not only exclusive to Indian culture, right?
Yes, 100%. So Ayurveda, the word means the science of life. And you'll find that if you go up to a village in like Limpopo, for example, currently, you'll see there are old people there who are in their 90s, who are living to like maybe 100, 104 years old. And they've never heard of Ayurveda from an academic point of view.
Yes.
But they're living it out. So Ayurveda simply means being in communion with nature, understanding the rhythms of nature, and aligning your own life with the natural rhythms of the day, which is a circadian rhythm, of the seasons, we call it Ritucharya, your daily rhythm, Dinacharya. So all of these things, it's been documented very well in the East, in India, but these truths, these gems, belong to all of humanity, not just in India.
Exclusively to India.
Exclusively
Fantastic,
to India.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to do the vagar, and the vagar or braise, or you call it a tarka. It just means taking your saturated fat. In this case, we're using coconut oil today.
Yes.
And most people are saying, "Oh my God, it's a saturated fat. Is it not unhealthy for you?" Examples of saturated fats are coconut oil, ghee, butter. Okay.
Okay, so this is ideal for a vegan option.
Yeah.
And if you're vegetarian, you can use ghee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look, my natural tendency is Kapha, so I really like my fats. So this might be a bit much for some. You follow the recipe, okay?
Yeah.
Follow the recipe. You put less coconut oil in, just about a tablespoon of coconut oil. But it's very powerful. And most people underestimate saturated fats. Okay, there's so many powerful healing qualities that they have. So number one is it's neuroprotective. Okay, our nerves have something called a myelin sheath.
Yes.
So things like ghee, coconut oil, they protect the nervous system. Okay, so it lubricates the channels, it lubricates the nerves. Your brain is 60% fat. Much of it is saturated. Okay, so saturated fat is really good for brain, for nervous health. A saturated fat helps with inflammation. It helps reduce inflammation. There's many benefits to it. It helps to produce testosterone, progesterone, estrogen. Without saturated fats, you're not getting that. So your whole endocrine system is preserved and healthy because of saturated fats. Okay, so now putting in the mustard seeds. That's gonna pop. Sorry.
Yeah.
I put in the cumin. A little bit of salt. Okay. I'll put in my curry leaves.
So there's a little tip that I learned in India. To get more of the flavors from your curry leaf, you can actually tear them into little pieces and then put them into your oil, and that releases more flavor.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing today. So obviously there's many medicinal benefits to having your spices like this. Okay, so you can get them popping. What we're doing is the essential oils are coming now out of these spices and they're blending into your saturated fat.
Yes.
Now this is a very powerful thing. We can, I think, let's just see. So you don't want to burn your spices, your whole spices, but you want them to release all the essential oils for medicinal reasons.
Yeah.
And then also when it's a little toasty, it's tasty.
So when you get that aroma, when it releases that fragrance, that's when it is just ideal to add to your in this case, your kichadi.
100%. Now you can smell that. You
now
can
we
smell
get
that
it.
aroma.
Yeah.
So it's at the right time now when we can add this in. Another quality of a saturated fat, in Ayurveda we have a word called anupana. Okay? Yeah. Anupana means a transport mechanism. So you find that most of our cells have a fatty membrane that's only penetrative with saturated fats. Okay? Yeah. So a nice quality of saturated fat like ghee or coconut oil if you're vegan. In Ayurveda we do use a lot of ghee, but again it's for these medicinal reasons. Okay, is that it transports all the medicinal qualities that are here now in these spices. You have a spice like mustard seed, which improves your agni. Okay, it improves your mitochondrial function. You have spices here like cumin, which we call it deepana and panchana. Yes. The cumin, what it does is increases your appetite. And then it also, panchana, it increases your digestive ability. Yes. Okay? Yeah. So, cumin is doing that, and all the essential oils from the cumin is now in your saturated fat. There's also medicinal value to your curry leaves as well. Yeah. So now, this is going to be poured into your gruel.
Okay.
when it's ready. You can see that it's still pressurized.
Yes.
So when the pressure comes off, we're gonna pour this in. We're gonna then add our salt.
Okay, so you add your salt after you will add your tatka.
Generally, yes. Generally, we put our salt in last when you're making khichdi.
Okay.
One more point on this medicinal aspect of this, right?
Yeah.
The ancients, they saw all of this as medicine first.
Yes.
So they understood the medicinal value of all these spices, and they said if you're putting these spices together, this is how it's going to benefit the human body. Some of these spices are cooling in nature.
Yeah.
Some of these spices are warming or heating in nature. Spices that are warming or heating improves your metabolism. Yeah. Spices that are cooling helps to alkalize the system. And that. So that's why we call it tridoshik. It balances all the doshas.
Right.
But our ancients knew that if you're going to be using spices as medicine first, the flavor is going to follow.
Oh.
So
yes.
Yeah. So okay. I'll just bring the khichdi in for a view.
Okay, let me just move this away. Get that there.
So you see now that the khichdi is depressurized. Here my pressure point is down. When I move my nozzle, I find that there's no pressure inside the pots.
Oh wow, this is quite a fancy pressure cooker, I must say. Quite cute.
Thank you. And, it needs to be fit for function. So whichever works, that's good for you. Okay. Yeah. So now the view.
Wow. Okay. Oh wow. Let me get that. Wow.
Okay. So that's our khichdi.
That smells heavenly.
Okay. So now I'm gonna add the vagar or the takka into the khichdi.
Oh, that sizzle. Amazing.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is bring all of this in. Last, I'm going to put in my salt.
All right. We add some salt.
You took it that.
Or rough Himalayan salt, right?
Yeah.
And you just got to adjust accordingly.
100%. So I use fine salt in general.
That looks delicious.
So now, really incorporating all the... Normally we'd say we're incorporating the flavors, but you think of it as you're getting the medicine going. Yeah, so you're making everything.
All right, okay.
We've put it in for about 1 whistle, 1.5 whistle. But if you put it in a little longer, so you'll get more extraction from your grains, then your gruel will become a little thicker.
Okay, all right.
So you can see there's some of your veggies in
I must say, I do enjoy it a lot more soupy. Like this.
Me too, yeah.
Right?
So it just depends on, as long as your body is able to digest it, it's fine, yeah.
So are you saying that if it's a lot more soupy or watery, that the body may not be able to digest it? Or should it be a little thicker? Because some bodies may not be able to handle that?
Yeah, that's a good question, Vidya. So you'll find that the nature of your body, we are 70% water. Okay? So if the food that we eat is at least 70% or more of water, it's generally good for us, okay? You find now here it's soupy.
Yeah.
So generally, as a rule of thumb, the more soupier your meal, the better it is for your health.
Oh.
And we've got now the spices that are in here. So like dynamite that's in here with your ginger.
Absolutely. Yes, sorry.
Yeah. So, and coriander itself is also very medicinal in nature, so it's very cooling for the body.
Yes.
So it balances pitta. And then coriander, most people don't know, is a good heart tonic.
Oh, fantastic!
It's really good for the heart.
So it just doesn't make your food look good; it also heals you.
Of course.
Ah, there we go. Like you say, no meal is complete without coriander. And I absolutely agree. There we go.
Okay.
Shall we dig in?
Yes, let's do it.
Right. Okay. Oh, very nice. So sometimes also